Welcome to the Google Classroom update. You can go to Google Classroom by typing in classroom.google.com, or you can use the little 9 square on the right-hand side and you can access Classroom that way. When you come into Classroom, if you don't have the class that you need, you can create that using the plus sign and do Create Class. I'm going to go ahead and go into one of the classes I already have created. If you create a class, this is where you will end up once you have created that class. We're going to talk just a little bit about some of the features of Google Classroom, especially the new update. First, let's go to the little gear or the cog on the right. This is for settings. So if I go to settings, I can see that I can change my class name or the description here using the little pencil. I can also see what my class code is. This is how you would get students to join the classroom. They would go to the same place you did, classroom.google.com. They would click the plus sign, and instead of clicking create, they would click join, and you could display this code and they would enter this code to join your class. This is also where you can change whether teachers or students post and comment to the class. To get out of settings, you click on the X on the left side. All right, when you come back to this main screen, you'll notice that you see the About section. Previously, we could add some resources to the About section, but with the new update, we are unable to do that. When we click on About section, we just see the class description and a way to expand the class code. So could be a quick access to get to that code, but unfortunately we are not adding resources to this at this time. Google has said that that may be coming back, so we'll watch for that feature to return. In the stream, which we are in Google Classroom, you still see that little plus sign on the right at the bottom, and you can create an announcement or reuse a post. Reuse a post is when you want to use something that you've posted in another classroom, even an archived classroom, and use it again. It will recreate that assignment, even give you new copies of whatever attachments that you have used. Really useful tool. Under that is create an announcement. If you create an announcement, it's just like it was previously. You can do that announcement to all, any of your classes that you would like, or selecting specific students. You can also add something from Drive, YouTube, or a URL to that announcement that you will post. Notice in the stream that you see a notification of all of the assignments or announcements or questions that were posted in the Google Classroom, whether they were done in classwork or in the stream. Let's navigate now to People. So on the right side, let's move to that one. People is where teachers show up. If you wanted to have a collaborating teacher, you could add them at this point. This is also another way to add students by typing their email. But of course, by far the easiest way is to use that code that you either find in settings or in the About section on the stream page location. When you have your students in your Google Classroom, there are some actions that you can do here. So you would select the student, and then it offers you the opportunity to either email, remove them, or mute them. You would mute them if you have turned on classroom comments and you have some that cannot handle that or abusing that procedure. Let's move to Classwork. Classwork is the middle section. In Classwork on the right, you see a link to the Google Calendar for the classroom. You also see a link to the Google Drive folder. But here, instead of the button being on the bottom right, you see a Create button on the top left. That Create button allows you to create an assignment or a question, reuse a post, or create a topic. A topic would be where you're creating this header that you see in green on this one. It's kind of grouping the things for that topic together, enables students to find them really easily when they're looking. Also, you have assignment we mentioned. So if you click on assignment, this is where you can see that you can add a new assignment. You can also select that topic, which would put it under a certain grouping. You can also change the points here. You can add anything from Drive. If you add something, say from Drive, this Google Doc, if I add it here, then I can come in and I can say students can view, students can edit, or make a copy for each student. This is the only place where you can make a copy for each student. If you assign something and you come back to edit it, you cannot make the copy. You don't have that option. You would have to just delete and redo that assignment. So remember that making a copy for each student must be done when you are creating that original assignment. This is also where that you can either assign or you can schedule an assignment to be made. So you could essentially create your week's assignments ahead of time and have them scheduled to post at a certain time or a certain day. So that is on assignment. Creating a question, you have the opportunity to create a question that is a short answer or a multiple choice. You can select whether students can reply to each other and whether students can edit their answer. Notice this one says ask versus post or assign, and you can do attachments or Drive files, YouTubes to this one as well. You also have the option to reuse a post, which is anything from any classroom you have previously created, even archived classrooms. I want to show you what it looks like after a student has completed one of your assignments. So I'm going to use this bottom one. If I come into this one, I can see that this student has turned in this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that assignment here. Opens a new tab and takes me into this assignment. Notice I can see the student up here. I do have an arrow. If I had other students that had turned something in, I could arrow forward to the next one. Over here on the side, I can bring it out of Classroom if I would like. I can add private comments. I can put the grade, or I can use items from the comment bank. And so if I would like to add comments I would use repeatedly, I would add them to the comment bank, and then they would show up here for me to use to make my grading easier. When I am completed, I click post, and then I return this assignment to the students so that it unlocks it for them and they are able to open it and see their assignment again. Takes me back to the assignment here. I can come back to the front of the classroom at this point, and just clicking the title brings me back to the front of the stream. To get back to your classroom dashboard of all your classrooms, your main menu, click over here on the three little lines. You can click classes at the top. You can also click any of your classrooms on the left-hand side.